This week on Pop Fiction, Stone Cold, The Dragon, The Claw, and JB recommends something cool.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you'll find all the news and reviews in pop culture that's right to type. Today's top story.
At the age of 24, martial arts icon Bruce Lee established a school at the intersection of Broadway and Garnet Street in 1964. In appreciation of Bruce Lee's legacy and services to the Oakland community, the Oakland City Council will accept a resolution to rename the intersection Bruce Lee Way and erect a plaque there after 60 years.
All right, it's about time.
I'm saying, to have, a hometown hero, martial arts icon.
He was born in San Francisco.
Are we part? Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
He was born in San Francisco.
Listen, you don't know
what Bruce Lee.
Buried in
what Bruce Lee meant to the community. Back in the day, there was no other kung fu superstar. It was Bruce Lee, son.
Yeah.
That was it.
Even though there was Jim Kelly and Chuck Norris.
Just to show you how unknown Kung Fu was, when they pitched the show to Jerry Weintraub, he asked him, what kind of food is Kung Fu? That's right. Never heard of it.
Wow.
When they pitched the show to him, and he's like, no, it's martial arts.
And I remember they said, who are they going to get to do it? Gary Cooper or whoever, he said. And then they got David Carradine.
Yeah, they got David Carradine, but Bruce Lee was, I saw a clip of him on the hell is that guy's name? He had a talk show, a popular talk show in the 70s.
Johnny Carson?
No, not Carson.
David Letterman?
No.
The other one.
I can't think of his name.
What other one?
Dick
Cavett. He was on the Dick Cavett show, and he explained
you got to think like JB.
that he said the U.S. the way it is right now, he says if you put a Chinese actor with a strong accent, which he had, a real bad accent, as a star of a TV show, the TV show will fail. And that's why his own pupil, David Carradine, went into the part.
Right. I think he was wrong. America was ready.
He did. Well, I don't think it was the fact that he was Asian. It's a strong accent. That's a big one. They were dubbing voices
Just
back
got
then.
out of Korea.
They were dubbing voices back then. And James Bond...
First of all, we did not just get out. You can't let that slide.
Well,
we got out of Korea in the 50s.
I know. Just to them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, they like...
I'm sorry. We're just getting out of Vietnam.
We're just getting into Vietnam.
Well, let's see. We got out in 73, so... and Bruce Lee died in 73. Shit. Yeah. And I was born in 73.
Yikes.
Born in 72.
You know what was born today or yesterday? Disney's Acolyte is off to a strong start with just 2 episodes. The new Star Wars series debuted June 4th and gathered 4.8 million views on its first day of streaming. Thus, is the biggest Disney Plus series debut of the year, and that's saying a lot.
Is it good?
It is.
I very much enjoyed it. I saw the first 2 episodes, and I was telling JB before we started rolling, it's cool because none of the characters are connected. You know what I mean? Because obviously this is taking place 100 years or whatever before the Empire, did their thing.
Right.
So you're just finding out what's going on.
And it's woke and gay, I've heard.
I don't see it. It might be, but
that's just what I've heard. I can't wait to see it.
It goes back to when people were hating on it or saying whatever they were saying about it. You see the first 2 episodes and you're wondering where did they get to is it maybe episode 3, 4, 5 that it starts to get woke and gay? But now it's not that at all.
Keyboard warriors.
People like this. That's all they can say about
it. And then they changed it.
It's not a bunch of white guys, which it should be.
Well, I'm going to wait until the whole series drops before I watch it. And I probably won't even watch it because I'm still finishing up The Mandalorian.
Well, true. You know what? Good for you.
Still finishing it up, man.
I'm glad you're still watching.
I'm still finishing up Shogun.
Oh.
And that's damn good.
Yeah.
And I just can't get myself to sit down long enough to watch an episode of that. It's awesome.
Incredibly good. You're hurting yourself.
I know.
Yeah, well, we do that. A class action complaint filed by a lady from Long Island alleging that Coldstone Creamery is deceiving customers by selling them flavors that do not contain their represented ingredients has been granted. First of all, I thought a lady was about to sue Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, I did. Because I said Stone Cold in the beginning. I meant Cold Stone.
Yeah, awesome. All right.
Cold Stone.
Well, that's just the base.
You almost got me. All right.
Almost.
Well, good luck to her.
There's a lot of this seems to be going around lately. Like people are like not coming out or not being truthful with the ingredients going in and stuff like that. And we are basically a trusting society, especially because we feel like we have all these agencies like the FDA and whatnot, that when people put out ice cream store, we expect to be eating fucking ice cream.
I just read something today off of a Reddit thread that said that
well, that's got to be true.
something. Well, yeah, I'm sure it is. The FDA gets involved day one. You submit your shit. This is in it, and then whatever happens after that, nobody's ever gonna know. They could switch up shit if they want
The
to.
thing is, though, every single parcel of food sold in this country falls under the FDA's jurisdiction, and they're responsible for making sure the ingredients are right. They can't keep up.
That's what I'm saying.
And the FDA will tell you, use common sense. If you see a bottle of extra virgin olive oil this big and it's 90 cents, it's vegetable oil. It's not olive oil. It's, they say the biggest offender they're always catching is lemon extract is actually water with lemon flavoring in it.
Yeah, they've got me before, man.
Yeah.
I know.
It's just, they say use your common sense because they can't watch everything.
Here you go. What about, you ever see like those time-lapse videos where they have like a McDonald's hamburger and then they have like a real hamburger and they put the time-lapse on it and the real hamburger starts to decompose and mold and the McDonald's hamburger just gets darker.
Yeah. Probably still edible.
Well, here's the thing: is McDonald's is still the biggest fast food chain in the world, and
that doesn't mean anything.
And we keep eating.
Yeah, well,
I said it.
When have you last seen Crisco? The FDA did do one thing. They found that saturated fats.
Yeah, are no
it has no nutritional value, and all it does is harm your body. So they outlawed them. You can't.
I feel like I ate something with using Crisco just the other day.
It's memories, man.
When's the last time you seen a tub of Crisco?
You won't see it on the shelves anymore. It's been outlawed. You shouldn't put it in your body.
Thank God.
At Food for Less, aisle 6, right at the bottom.
And you're thinking of the blue light specials in Kmart, man.
Oh. This week's review, Iron Claw, narrates the tale of Von Erich brothers as they create history in the early 1980s. In a fiercely competitive world of professional wrestling, the brothers pursue larger-than-life immortality on the grandest stage in athletics via tragedy and victory.
Now were the Von Erichs in the WWE? Or WWF?
Kerry was. He's the Texas Tornado.
There you go.
He was a Texas Tornado. They were in WCW or NWA.
Yeah.
NWA and other affiliates and stuff like that. And I would have to say I did see the documentary on the Von Erichs, which was it was sad. Yeah. Sad. And watching the movie, I did notice that they for whatever reason they eliminated one of the brothers. There was another brother.
Maybe
they felt like all right, 4 is enough. 5 is too many. And
Saving Private Ryan was based on the same facts.
Yeah, and it's weird because, well, not weird, but one of the things, and I know this is movies, but like we saw, like I grew up, I saw the Texas Tornado. I saw the, Kevin Von Erich wrestling, and those guys were like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3".
You can't hyperfixate on that. Everybody at Hollywood 5'2".
I'm saying you got what's his name? The High School Musical guy.
Zac
Zac Efron. he might be 5'8".
Hey.
And then Lip Gallagher is definitely a little dude.
Oh, he's.
But everybody on that
And he
cast,
was the Texas Tornado.
You know what I like?
everybody on that cast killed themselves to get in the right shape and did the right work. So
I
you
would say
gotta appreciate that.
It did look like
steroids.
it did look like they like
They
look
were
what they
shooting
did to their bodies. Like, dude, Zac Efron looked like a monster.
Yeah.
And so did
They're shooting up, man.
so did the bear. You know what I mean?
Say it. Well,
Look good,
you know
too.
what? You know what I like about this? I like that you sound like me. You call me a height hater all the time.
Well, this
And I'm
was, I mean, these professional wrestlers.
Hey.
And they're putting in people, and they're obviously, and then they got
Did
shots.
they have lifts in their
the
boots?
girls. I don't even know, man. 'Cause
No, a lot
the
of them
girls were
didn't
tall.
have the shoes on because that's how they how
Yeah.
they wrestled. They didn't wrestle with a lot of
wrestled
shoes.
barefoot.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So he was
They
just
were
short.
Extra tiny.
He was just short.
Love it.
Said
Little
smelling
man.
like feet.
Some people like that.
I knew you were going to say. Go ahead, man. No, you go.
Not you, him.
Yeah, not him. Not you being him, but you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, this week, JB recommends A Blast from the Past, 1985. Lady Hawk. Philip Gaston, called the Mouse, escapes from the prison of the medieval city of Aquila. Chased by the guards of the evil bishop of the city, Philippe meets a mysterious knight with a beautiful hawk and begins to follow him. Philippe soon discovers that the knight has been cursed by the bishop, so that when night falls, he turns into a wolf.
Michelle
Excellent
Pfeiffer.
movie. Michelle Pfeiffer, Matthew Broderick,
Yeah.
and Rutger Hauer.
Yes.
Excellent movie. Stay to the left. Remember that?
Of course. I mean, that's a classic, man, from 1985.
I kind of remember the poster, and I definitely remember Kate Bishop was trying to make that be her new code name in the Hawkeye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Other than that, Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Yeah, young and very
She
hot.
was
Was
the
she
hawk.
the titular Lady Hawk?
Yeah, she was
Yes.
the Lady Hawk. Rutger Hauer was the wolf.
And
Matthew Broderick
was
Was
the young
the thief.
boy.
He was the thief.
Yeah. I met him.
Oh, really?
Well, hung out and talked for a while.
Oh, yeah? What'd
Yeah.
you talk about?
Is he gonna say that he remembered you, or
Well, how
On
we
his
met,
show, or-
while we met, I was down in the basement, and he came down there.
Well,
he was looking for
Zed?
he was looking for LG Gators, and I was like, he's not here. And then he was like, oh, and he did the awkward Matthew Broderick, like, well, who are you? And then it was like an awkward meeting, and then I think the next weekend we were playing softball versus the cast. It was Taller Than a Dwarf cast playing softball versus the Les Mis cast. And Pop was out there thinking of the joint,
Pop can't
but
hit
he
the ball?
was trying his best. But I was like, I mean, as a son, I was looking at him like he struck out in softball. But whatever. But anyway, in the stands, I was talking to Matthew Broderick. And he thought, like, he recognized me from the thing, so
Hey,
he thought
Cuba
he
Gooding
knew me.
Jr.
Yeah. So we were talking, and I was
I
thinking,
loved you in Boys in the Hood.
I think he thinks I'm somebody else.
Yeah, definitely.
He's like, oh, here's a cast member. I'll talk to him. And we were just in
Giving off
Central
big
Park.
actor
Yeah, we were
vibes.
just in
There you
Central
go.
Park.
Yeah, Lady Hawk is an excellent movie. My only quip with it is the soundtrack. It is not a very good soundtrack. It's kind of a
Very 80s.
disco turning 80s soundtrack.
Yeah, they should have went more
Yeah.
folksy.
They should have went with a
time.
classical score. It's a period film. But if you can get past the soundtrack, it is an enjoyable movie.
Most deaf. Well,
Kanan said, Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
Highway to the... This week, Ralphie D remembers Bazooka Joe. Now,
Oh, ew.
what do you mean, ew? Bazooka
Man,
Joe
my
was
teeth hurt now just thinking about it.
They're pieces of concrete that
Yeah.
turn into gum somehow in your mouth.
Listen, and it costs a nickel, so
It costs
you
a nickel.
You get what you pay for.
And you got a comic strip.
It came with a comic strip, and if you were really lucky, you would get a tattoo. Did you ever get a tattoo
No.
with Bazooka Joe? I did. Do you remember any other flavors besides regular?
I never seen any other
They
film.
had grape. When I was in
Shut
Chicago
up.
one summer, they had grape Bazooka Joe.
Nah, it was the red one.
Yeah,
and it
was
didn't
pink.
taste
It was
like
pink.
It was pink, and it didn't taste like anything.
It tasted like bubble gum.
It tasted like
bubblegum
sugar, and It was
Well,
hard.
listen, in the pantheon of gum keeping its flavor, it was above Fruit Stripe.
Oh, way
but
above.
Buffalo
Everything was
Freedent.
above Fruit Stripe. Everything was above Fruit Stripe.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So that was back in the day when you would actually get like a toy or a treat with your candy.
I spent like $4 on gum yesterday.
Yeah, these were single individually wrapped pieces. You unwrap that waxy film, and then around the gum was a comic strip, which I probably couldn't even read it today.
Yeah,
Printing was so small.
Yeah, but it was like 3
Was it always about
panels.
Bazooka Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was either about Bazooka Joe, Pesty, Mort, Hungry Herman, Jane, Tuffy, or Walkie Talkie, the neighborhood mutt. And what was one of Bazooka Joe's features? He wore an eye patch. Hey, I'm Ralphie D.
It wouldn't
That's
be a
news to
bazooka.
me. He had big titties.
I'm Cool Water Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
We'd like to hear what you think.
Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be heard.
And if you like this video, please check out other videos on our channel.
I'm JB, and this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you hear it first.
That was probably the best one that we've done in a while.
Adonis, pull yourself together.